This for my niggas, you know what I'm saying? My real niggas.
You are listening to John Henry Media Network, and we know that truth is the new hate speech.
You my nigga, you my nigga then. We stick together, thick and thin, that's my nigga then. My nigga then. If you my nigga, you my nigga then. We stick together, thick and thin, that's my nigga.
Get your message or business promoted on John Henry Media Network. Make contact today. Use this email address, jahu.enterprises@yahoo.com. That's jahu.enterprises@yahoo.com. Again, that's jahu.enterprises@yahoo.com. For specific details on submitting your audio to make it happen, it will be aired on our very next episode for a small donation of your choice. So let's make it happen right now.
Talk to who?
Well, just tell me what your name is.
My name is Fountain Hughes. I was born in Charlottesville, Virginia. My grandfather belonged to Thomas Jefferson. My grandfather was 115 years old when he died. And now I am 101 years old. That's enough. She used to work, but what she made, I don't know. I never asked her.
You just go ahead and talk away there. You don't mind, do you, Uncle Patton?
Now, and when now your husband and you both are young, you all try to live like young people ought to live. Don't want everything somebody else has got. Whatever you get, it is yours. Be satisfied. And don't spend your money until you get it. So many people get in debt. Well, it was cheap and I bought it. You spend your money before you get it because you're going in debt for what you want. When you want something, wait until you get the money and pay for it cash. That's what I've done. If I wanted anything, I waited until I got the money and I paid for it cash. I never bought nothing on time in my life. Now, plenty of people, if they want a suit of clothes, they go to work and they buy them on time. Well, they said it was cheap. If you got the money, you can buy them cheaper. They want something for waiting on you for till you get ready to pay them. And if you got the money, you can go where you choose and buy it when you want it. You see, don't buy it because somebody else go down and run a debt and run a bill, or I'm going to run it too. Don't do that. I never done it. Now I'm 100 years old and I don't owe nobody 5 cents. And I ain't got no money either. I'm happy, just as happy as somebody that got millions. Nothing worries me. My head ain't even white. Nothing in the world worries me. I can sit here in this house till night. Nobody can come and say, Mr. Hughes, you owe me a quarter, you owe me $1, you owe me 5 cents. No, you can't. I don't owe you nothing. Why? I never made no bills in my life. And I'm living too. And I'm 100 years old. And if you take my advice today, you'll never make a bill. Of course, what you want, give me money, pay them cash. And then the rest of the money is yours. But when you run the bill, so much and so much, and you don't have to pay nothing down. And when you come to pay, it's all, you have to pay no more. But they'll charge you more. They're getting something out of it, else they wouldn't trust you. But I can't just say what they're getting. But they're getting something out of it, else they wouldn't want your credit. Now, I tell you that. Anybody that trusts you for $2 or have an account with them by the month or by the week, store account or any account, they're getting something out of it. Else they don't want to accommodate you that much to trust you. Now, if I want, of course I ain't got no clothes, but if I want some clothes, if I ain't got no money, I'm going to wait till I get the money to buy them. Indeed I am. I'm not going to say, of course, I can get them on trust. I go down and get them. I got to pay $1 more anyhow. They'll either charge more if they said taxes or so much. But if I got the money to pay cash, I pay the taxes and all down cash. Then it's all done. so many colored people is head over heels in debt. Trust me, trust me. I get it on time. If you want a set of furniture, go down, pay down so much, and rest on time. You done paid for them then. When you pay down so much, you may charge you $50 for $100 for a set, and you pay down $25 cash. You done paid for them. That's all it was worth, $25. And you pay now. I'm $75 in debt now because I have to pay $100. That's it, and it's only worth about $25. But you bind on time. But people ain't got sense enough to know it. But when you get old like I am, you come in and think, well, I have done wrong. I should have kept my money until I wanted this thing, and when I wanted, I take my money and go cash for it. And else I do without it. Yes. Suppose you want a new dress. You say, well, I'd buy it, but I don't need it. But I can get it on time. Well, let's go down to the store today and get something on time. Well, you go down and get dressed on time, something else, and I want that to sell that to you on time. You don't have to pay nothing down. But there's a payday coming. And when the payday comes, they want you to come pay them. If you don't, they can't get no more. Well, if you never do that, if you don't start it, you will never end it. I never did buy nothing on time. I must tell you on this. I'm sitting right here now today, and if it's the last word I've got to tell you, I never even much as tried to buy a shirt on time. And plenty of people go down to the store and buy $3 and $4 for a shirt, $2, $3, $7, $8 for a pair of pants. Of course, they get them on time. I don't know, no. I say, I buy something for $5. Of course, I got the $5. I'll pay for it. I'm done to that.
You talk about how old you are, Uncle Fountain.
Well,
how far back do you remember?
I remember. Well, I tell you, things come to me in spells, you know. I remember things more when I'm laying down than I do when I'm walking around.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in my boy days, boys lived quite different from the way they live now. But boys wasn't as mean as they are now either. Boys lived they had a good time, and the masters didn't treat them bad, and they was always satisfied. They never wore no shoes until they were 12 or 13 years old. And now people put on shoes on babies, you know, when they're month old. I don't know how old. Put shoes on babies. Just as soon as you see them out in the street, they got shoes on. I told a woman the other day, I said, I never had no shoes till I was 13 years old. She said, well, but you bruise your feet all up and stump your toes. I said, yes, many times I've stumped my toes and blood run out of them. That didn't make them buy me no shoes. And I've been, you wore a dress like a woman till I believe 10, 12, 13 years old.
So you wore a dress, Phil?
Yes, I didn't wear no pants because they didn't make boys' pants. Boys wore dresses. Now the women's wearing the dresses and the boys are going with the women's wearing the pants now and the boys wearing the dresses still.
Who did you work for, Uncle Fountain?
Who did I work for?
Yeah.
You mean when I was a slave?
Yeah, when you were a slave, who did you work for?
Well, I belonged to Burnley's when I was a slave. My mother belonged to Burnley's. But we was all slave children. And soon after, when we found out that we were free, well, then we were bound out to different people, Ficklin, and Andrews, and all such people as that. And we'd run away and wouldn't stay with them. Well, then we'd just go and stay anywhere we could, and lay out at night and anywhere. We had no home, you know. We just turned out like a lot of cattle. You know how to turn cattle out in the pasture? Well, after freedom, you know, colored people didn't have nothing. Colored people didn't have no beds when they were slaves. They all slept on the floor. Pallet here, pallet there. just like a lot of wild people. We didn't know nothing. Didn't like to look at no book. And there were some free-born colored people where they had a little education, but there were very few of them where we was. And we all had a, what you call, I might call it now, a jail sentence. It just same as we were in jail. Now I couldn't go from here across the street, or I couldn't go to nobody's house without I have a note or something from my master. And if I had that pass, that was what we call a pass. If I had that pass, I could go wherever he sent me, and I'd have to be back. Whoever he sent me to, they'd give me another pass, and I'd bring that back, so it's to show how long I'd been gone. We couldn't go out and stay an hour or 2 hours or something like that. Just send you. Now, say for instance, I go out to Shirley's place, I'd have to walk, and I'd have to be back maybe in an hour. Maybe they'd give me an hour. I don't know just how long they'd give me. But they'd give me a note so there wouldn't nobody interfere with me and tell who I belonged to. And when I come back, why, I'd carry it to my master and give that to him. That'd be all right. But I couldn't just walk away like the people just now, you know. It was what they call, we were slaves. We belonged to people. They sell us like they sell horses and cows and hogs and all like that. Have an auction bench, and they put you up on the bench and bid on you, the same as you're bidding on cattle, you know.
Was that in Charlotte that you were a slave? Was that in Charlotte or Charlottesville?
That in Charlottesville.
Charlottesville, Virginia.
Sell the women, sell the men. Oh, and then if they had any bad ones, they'd sell them to the nigger traders, what they call the nigger traders, and they'd ship them down south and sell them down south. But otherwise, if you were a good person, they wouldn't sell you. But if you were bad, mean, they didn't want to beat you and knock you around, they'd sell you to the what they call a nigger trader. They'd have a regular, sale every month, you know, at the courthouse. And then they'd sell you maybe $200, $100, $500.
Were you ever sold from one person to another? Were you ever sold?
No, I never was sold.
You always stayed with the same person?
I was too young to sell.
Oh, I see.
See, I wasn't old enough during the war to sell, during the army. And my father got killed in the army, you know, so it left us small children just to live on whatever people choose to give us. I was bound out for $1 a month, and my mother used to collect the money. Children couldn't spend money when I come along. In fact, when I come along, young men couldn't spend no money until they was 21 years old. And then you're 21, well, then you could spend your money. But if you wasn't 21, you couldn't spend no money. I couldn't spend 10 cents if somebody gave it to me. Because they just think, well, he might have stole it. We all come along, you might say, we had to give an account of what you done. You couldn't just do things and walk off and say, I didn't do it. You'd have to give an account of it. Now, after we got free, then they turned us out like cattle. We didn't have nowhere to go. And we didn't have nobody to boss us. And we didn't know nothing. And there wasn't no school. And when they started the little school, well, people that were slaves, many of them go to school, except they had a father and a mother. And my father was dead, and my mother was living. But she had 3, 4 other little children. She had to put them all to work to help take care of the others. So we had what you call worse than dogs have got it now. The dogs have got it now better than we had it when we come along. I remember one night I was out after I was free, and I didn't have nowhere to go. I didn't have nowhere to sleep. I didn't know what to do. My brother and I was together. So we knew a man that had a livery stable there. And we crept in that yard and got in the one that had